Hello.
Hi. Hi. Wait, sorry. So I gonna get the name again. Um, Ingus.
Yes.
Yes. Hi. Nice to meet you. Looking forward to hearing you. So whenever you're ready, you can start.
Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have you performed this before?
This piece is for first time
For the
for
first time.
somebody.
Yes, yes. And when you play it, what's your what do you feel from this music?
I
Have you
think
played? Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Hmm?
yeah. When I play, I want to feel calmness a little bit more.
Okay.
For me, for now, it's a little bit stressful.
Yeah, it's also it's scary to play in front of camera anyway. Yes.
Yeah.
Have you played many other Bach partitas or
Yes,
sonatas?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And compared to that, I mean, to me, this is most elegant dance music for me. This movement in the E major, because I mean there are a lot of dance. You know, it's a lot of bang and jig, and it's all actually dancing music. And for me, this is like most elegant one. And you know, do you like to dance?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if
You're good at it.
I'm a good dancer, but
There's no good or bad dancer. You dance and dance.
yeah.
But when you dance, what's most important thing?
Rhythm,
Yes.
like
Right.
matter.
Exactly, the rhythms.
Yeah.
And there's a rhythm, and for example, especially for the classical like Renaissance music, it's it's very important to have strong, you know, I don't know how to say it, like steps, you know, that are strongest, rhythm strong, weak, and for example, you know, So this is where the it's not every step is like, you know, strong, right? You know, you understand what I mean.
Yes. I
So
understand.
that as a dance music, I think very, very important to catch it. So when I hear you, I thought it was quite calm. It was very, it has this calmness and it's got beautiful these characters in it. But I would want to put a little bit more element of dance. I mean, it's a slow, elegant dance, but you'd have first step, second step, third step, first. So something that has, so that it moves very elegantly. So means I wouldn't put everything. If every note is singing same way, I wouldn't feel this pulse of this dancing feeling. Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe we have to we can work on a little bit of which note I will put most of weight, and then less and where. Yeah. So that will then make you a little bit feeling different when you play each note. Is it clear what I mean?
Yeah.
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 Okay. So that would be the first thing I would give you as a comment, that maybe we should think a little bit more on the direction of dancing. Imagine you're dancing, and then let's see. And if we can really decide because of chord and it's complicated, then you can just play the one note, single note, the only the melody, and then you can really feel which one I want to sing the most and which one less, and these kind of things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So let's try to figure out. You wanna go from the beginning also?
Yep.
And the first two notes, those are pickups, right? It's not da da da. It's actually 4, 5, 6, 1.
Yeah.
Means it cannot be this, right? 1, 6, 1 is here. And again, 1 is here. So let's have this movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Yeah?
Mhm.
Can you try that? Great. Ingus. It's good. I felt a little bit more movement now, but I think to bring this out a little bit, if you like the character, do you like the character that I'm describing, or you have
Yes,
some others?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we can use the bow more efficiently to bring out that feeling. For example, I think in my opinion, you're using a lot of bow for almost every note, and especially the 8 notes. You use everything. Whereas I would try, especially the pickup and then bow. So from how much bow you use, it will already show you which one is most beat and less beat and move. Yeah, can you try that? It could be a little bit tricky in the beginning because you have your system of pulling the sound, but you would have to a little bit reduce it. But let's try. Yeah. It was very beautiful. I like it. The first phrase, and then this, for example, it was very good. And then I would use less bow for, because it's finishing, no? It's not da 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 da. It's not this, no? So less bow, so that, yeah. Could you try that? Can you try that da 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 second thing? Yeah. beautiful. It's some things are getting. I have more feeling of this dancing, but I think you still. If you have a question, you can also ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. For now, it's
Okay.
clear.
I don't mind. I mean, I used to play this in one bow. Always, but I don't want to change your bowings. But be careful because in this rhythm, this is most important, and then right, it's not. It's I think it's that because of your bowing, it sounds and 8 notes are stronger. So
maybe because I in this bar.
Yeah.
I just want a little bit moving forward.
Yes. Exactly.
Like
you know, when you
one piece.
I agree with that. When you play just single notes now, then you don't do that. Then your bow goes like automatically. But when you do the chord, then it comes.
Yeah.
There's a little trick. So try to do that also when you play chord. Yeah. So like that is fine. So try to be careful always that 8 notes are not stronger than dotted quarter notes. You know what I mean? Dum, da. This is always uplifting feeling. Of course, forward, dum, ta, ta, ta. And especially if we want to go forward, then 8 notes should be lighter.
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah. Okay. Let's try one time.
From beginning?
From beginning. Let's try from beginning. Did you ever try to slur the 8 note, like how I play? I'm not gonna change it, but I want you to then see the different sound of when you this and how different it sounds. Because sometimes it's, I mean, with this bowing, what would be very challenging and difficult is that it doesn't stick out like that. So you don't have to change the bowing, but maybe you can practice slurring and then see, you know what I mean? I mean, this is bad butter. So in this and there is difference, right? So I want you to experience, and so that, because I do think whatever bowing you do, the 8 shouldn't stick out, and if you use a lot of bow, that will stick out. That's why I give you maybe advice that maybe you try both bowings, and then you hear how it sounds when it's slowing. Then you don't have that much bow, so you can play that louder. So I want your ear to know it. So when you play your bowing, it follows. You know, so that you, because right now I don't think you notice that the 8 notes are stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think so.
Yes, exactly. So So just to fix it, and then maybe you will like the slur, then you can change it too. But you should try first and then listen what the difference is, yeah? One last thing. Oh, here, bar 9, you know. Here, you keep all the way, but I think you don't have to. This, there is a, so you don't have to do that. Oh, I had one more thing I forgot. But the beginning. I still hear 1 here, and this is weaker. But I want, maybe you count 4, 5, 6. Maybe you will count that, and then 1 will come, maybe, yeah? I have what, right? Ingus, sorry. Ingus. When you, so right now, did you hear that you couldn't catch the chord here? Why did it happen?
I guess my like this more.
Okay, so means your left hand was not ready.
Yeah,
right?
Not the right form.
Yeah, not right form and not ready, and your right arm already went. So that's why it didn't work. So always give the left finger time. So never push with the, even though you have musical ideas, it should never, and this goes and then this goes, and that will not help them. So use the musical idea too. You can take time and then you can have time between the notes. It's very, 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 very helpful in a lot of ways. And that can sometimes make very beautiful timings in music. And it will bring your calmness too. Because you will have timings in between the notes. And will make you relax. Yeah? So try to do that. One last time, the beginning. The beginning was great. Don't forget that. I can feel that you're not in rush of doing things, yeah? So always when you feel that, especially when you're nervous or something that you feel like, then always think of notes, times between the notes, so that you can earn the times, yeah? Then you don't have to rush, and that will bring the calmness in you, so that you can play without stressing, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me,
yes.
it's a little bit problem phrasing in this first part.
First part, yeah.
Yeah, because I think
yes.
it's beginning with C, and it's like goes.
Yeah. This one is not easy. This one is not easy with the phrase. I mean, because it always connects. It's a chain. It never has a clear. For example, I heard at the bar 4. that was very good. I agree with that. You don't like it?
No. Yeah. Just so that's yeah.
Yeah, and that was beautiful. And then actually, it has a very long phrase, I think. So that's why we feel like it should end somewhere, but it doesn't really end somewhere. But do you think then 8, bar 8, is it the end or it goes?
I think that this is already after. Like the main point is in the bar 8
in the
beginning.
Very beginning.
Like.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I agree. I know in my music also I wrote something like that it's like separated, if you can see.
Yeah.
But I still think it's not end of phrase, I think, because music actually goes. So it's like a comma maybe within sentence, yeah? So I would not really close the phrase.
Maybe I just a little bit too much
Closing
the phrase there.
Maybe, because I felt that you finished and then.
Yeah.
But maybe we can do a little bit less so that it's comma and goes on still. So that actually the rear end is until here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's why it's not this and that, but it connects to the next. So maybe less time, little bit less timing than you played. Is it helpful for your passion? Yeah. Do you wanna try one more time then? Let's go from there. Phrase. And you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just intonation. I'm not satisfied with it.
After phrase comes now intonation. Wow,
but the phrase, I think I like it better.
Yeah, me too. I think it has a longer phrase that doesn't stop unnaturally. Yeah? So I think it has more connection. Well, before intonation, I also wouldn't mind the bowings. But baby, are you feeling comfortable there? Is it comfortable? Then can I give you a tip?
Really. Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
So maybe, and then this up bow, and then and. Actually, what's more important is I think this should be down bow instead of. Then you're here. This is very uncomfortable. So maybe, and then down bow. You can look at the wire. Maybe it's more comfortable for you. I mean, you can try at home. And if that's more, because I feel that the bow distribution is really uncomfortable and it doesn't help. So maybe you can try what I just tried.
Yeah, I will definitely try it.
Okay. Okay. And intonation, yes, you can always work with intonations. One thing that I keep missing, because you play several times and you keep missing it, was this. because I think your fingers are not, as I said, it's not ready yet, but you somehow it's not ready, but it goes. So maybe just until same thing. Wait until it's ready, and then always left hand a bit before the right hand. That's the timing. So if the left hand's too fast, then it's too slow, then it's right hand is faster, then it's not really well together. Yeah. So you wanna try there the da 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 da, and wait until the left hand find the place. You have three. You play with three.
Yeah, with three.
Ooh, that's very difficult, no? Or isn't it better on the two? Yes. I think that's more sure. Or isn't it easy? Was it easier?
The second?
Yeah.
With two?
With the second.
Yeah.
Then, because the third would be like half position, and at least second would be first position.
Yeah.
So intonation-wise, it'll be more safe, no? I think.
I'll try it.
Try. Yeah. I mean, then that you just have to find, but it's all in first position, so you don't have to change the position. But if we are in this third on the C sharp, then I mean, to me,
but I think it's the third is because of later then I don't have to put it so fast, because then I play D sharp and then
no, you need, and then you can play 2 and 1. Yes.
Okay.
And then just change. You can try really slow. Yeah, try. Yes. And you just need few times to repeat it. I'm sure it will be easier, because I think this was somehow very. I mean, I wouldn't do this because I would be sure that you'd lose it 8 times out of 10 times.
Yeah.
So I will go for something more safe, and then actually you will realize how easy it is. It's just same position, but you just, how should I show? Just change this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So try it, and if it works better, then change. If not, then stick to yours. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's then solved. Should we go for next half? Second half after the repeat. With this, how do you think of phrase? Is there any confusion with the phrase there? Or is it more clear here?
I think the second part is more clear for me.
Yes. Yeah, I could hear that too. I was just wanted to make sure. And then, but then my next question is, then where is the highest point? Where is the most dramatic? I mean, dramatic, or where's the
I think
highest point?
18 pickup for 19.
Exactly. Yeah, there, right? Until here is probably the highest point. So I asked this because then we need to build better. Which, yeah, from these two phrases before, I want you to build better means I want you to not show everything with sound. Because already from like 14 is almost as loud as this highest point. And also then also that was quite big. So maybe we can plan it a little bit better. So we save a little bit, and then we reach the highest point, and then there you can really put the whole sound you have. Yeah. So let's try to little bit control the sound so that we don't push everything. Yeah. Yeah. Try from second half again. I hear that you build up, but maybe still at 17 it's still I think that's already you already show the highest point there, because like I hear it's building, and then right, so maybe little bit less sound and less push at the bar 17. And then also when it comes to 18, I hear this like, I mean that is a bit
too much.
like,
I think.
I like it, but maybe in this case because it's still the elegant movement.
Yeah.
Maybe we should still have the elegancy in the sound, even though it's the highest point. So maybe a little bit more instead of poking it, maybe just pull the sound a little bit, yeah. And so what's the character? So a little bit. It's very. So this phrase to me, it's a little bit more melancholy. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. And then. And more building up, and then da, 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 that's like singing, yeah. So maybe this I hear that from when you start. I hear in the beginning, very beginning, and then already here already it's so out of tune. But it's I already hear that it's a bit too much maybe. Maybe in this phrase we really focus on the sound of bit like melancholy sound. Yeah? Can you try that? Let's try that. So on the bow, a little bit more air, not so much of this, a little bit more air, and if you can, use less bow also. Try to use less bow, yeah?
Start again.
I liked it in the color. I could still hear a little bit of difference. What fingering do you do? Yeah. What fingering do you do? What happened there?
First four.
And then.
And
then.
And then 4, 3.
Okay. Isn't it easier because if you play this on the 4 and 3, then you just need to put fourth finger, so it's a bit easier. So it'll be you stay and then.
I will try it.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
It already works
Max
better.
Rostow fingering.
That you played. One that
No.
you played.
This no.
The one that I did.
No, just it's really interesting fingering in this note, this reduction.
Which one are you using?
Max Rostow.
But which company is having this?
Petters, I think.
It's Petters. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have Baronita, so it doesn't have any fingerings in it. But yeah, that's interesting. Yes, because it's very difficult.
But it's really interesting. I really enjoy this fingering.
Good. Yeah, you can just try all. Your fingerings are very important to find out the characters. I also like the pieces, especially like Mozart and Bach also, and everything by the fingerings. Like it changes so many things. I like to try, but just try when the interesting ideas is there. But somehow it's really not bringing the more important things, like, intonation is so important, and somehow it keeps not working. Then you can think of second option.
Yeah.
It's like, exactly. So you can do that fingerings, and it's very interesting ideas. I also never saw it, so it's good. It's good to try, but just for you, because if you keep missing it, then you don't feel good, So there must be reason. And then you can try other things, and then maybe you can go back to that old interesting ideas, so you can just combine. But when it's not working, don't go for like same things all the time. Maybe that, because then every single time you play that, you'll be stressed and you'll be nervous and you're not sure.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really help. So try it, practice it, but if it's not working, then it's not yours. So find something else. Yeah. Okay, so one more time, this second half. first phrase. It was better with this. It was somehow it's still you kept this atmosphere and it went very well. Just for what I said, you knew what happened, but maybe when you practice, never vertical like this. Never put the bow like this.
Yeah.
Always in the round. Then it will never hit the notes. Sometimes you have to hit the notes, but never like this. Yeah. So that cause of this instead of. So it doesn't matter. However, how you finish, and then have this, and that will So try to have the gesture and what kind of gesture would bring what kind of sound, and knowing that is also fun part. And which gesture, you don't understand? Like which gesture I do, and then if I do this, then what sound? And if I do this, then what sound? And if I do this, then what sound? You should also experience your instrument with your body. What kind of things are bringing to make the sound? Yeah. Okay. I think because of time, we should go to the next movement. Do you have any question for this movement, or for now?
For Loure or for Gavotte?
Yeah, for Loure.
Thank you.
Okay, great. So then let's go on.
Okay.
Bravo. You remind me of some like old Russian violins. It's like very good. Do you have favorite recordings of this Bach? I mean, not just this Bach, but Bach sonatas and partitas.
I really like Hilary Hahn, but not for all things,
Yeah. Okay.
just for brightness and clearness and
Clear, yes, very,
yeah.
and accurate, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Well, I mean, for Bach, it's one of the most important thing is have your own voice, and own voice and own words and everything, because in the end, it's whole stories of what you want to say, yeah. And I think, I mean, yes, it is important to have style and what all these logics and what's right and wrong for Bach style, but I mean, I would like to think of more in freedom of one wants to express, because I find Bach is extremely expressive composer. I don't think he's this like saint guy that just very. I mean, if you see like Bach Chaconne, who would have ever thought about that kind of music and that much emotions in this time? And so, what I want to say is, we can of course have freedom of style and sound and how we want to play and vibrato. I don't want to really touch it because I think it's a very individual things. Although there are things that we should always remember, which is sound. You can have your style, but what kind of sound do you want to play? What kind of sound do you want to project? For example, the second movement and third movement and the first movement, how do you want to project the sound? And what kind of character in this music want to bring? And for that, it's that's very important thing. And I think right now the Gavotte, I hear your characters, but sound could be a little bit more, like cleaned. Like a little bit. So, because sometimes to me, it's still Gavotte, it's Gavotte. It's not like a march. So to me, sometimes it's a little bit too strong, too maybe just like this, But somehow your sound has this warmth in it, so maybe we can just bring that out a little bit more, So be careful, and I mean, to me, I always say like, bow is the most important thing of everything, and you can, in general, when you practice, you can really, really watch out your bows. How, especially with you, I figured when I just listen now, you have to figure out how this left hand and right hand are working together, yeah. Because a lot of times when I hear that you're missing the sound, it's almost all because the timing is not working together. Yeah? So that needs slow work, and you have to listen very carefully, and you have to know your own timings of left and right hand, and in the end together. So this is a slow process, but this has to be in your habit of always finding and working on it. Yeah? So for example, I mean this, it's fine. How you play, I like it. It just reminds me of this very old style of playing, and I like it. But whenever you have this little variation, and then it all has different characters, no? And then, and then it's all different, right? In this, so maybe you can differentiate first in sound in these little variations. Yeah. Do you want to play one more time the first variation? Ingus. So first thing, this is good. And then, because you have to move, right? So wait until your left is ready. That's the point when you don't. So you always go in rush, and that happens a bit often. That's why I say it, yeah. But if you listen, if you try to listen, then it will catch. But if you don't just go, then it will be harder and harder because that will not take time. But if you try to listen, that takes time. So you will not rush. Yeah? So, and then also then... little difference, no? There is a... And then... So I want to hear these little differences also. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? So let's try one more time, the first variation.
Wasn't the bad one good?
Because I figured where you use the bow is all this upper part. But do you feel comfortable there? Is that the best place for you to bring out the clear articulation? Is here more comfortable or is here more comfortable? I mean, to me, we're all, you're much bigger than me probably. But for me, it's, if I have to bring out more accurate and more the efficient articulations, to me, in middle part works much better than the upper part. But I think in general it is. When it's upper part, I think it's quite difficult. But when it's a little bit in the middle, I think it's why don't you try? Try it if it's easier. It's more louder to me. It's a little bit more louder and a little more clear. Because of that, it's more clearer. Yeah. Yeah. But of course, you have your own characters, what you think in this part. So you should figure out then what is what. But to me, it's more, because I hear also a little bit of noise in between the notes. And I see that it's not so comfortable to play. That's why I suggested. So maybe you can also check yourself in front of a mirror, how you look and where you actually use the bow and if it's really comfortable for you. And then you can try to do in different places. Yeah? Yeah. And then let's try then second variation. I know why you take time, and I like it. I do that too because it's the first time we have different chord. But then it should have some kind of connection. This should actually really. So I wouldn't finish and then new thing. It's not new. It could be also that, no? But it has to have a connection, and you should get the energy from the chord before. Yeah, then you will have rum, bap, that will come naturally. And I would like to hear a little bit more shaping, you know? It's go. And then same. Gypsy. Someone would hate it, but it could be. It has to come out, I think, the characters, yeah? So a little bit more shaping, maybe try to find with a little bit more shaping using bow. I think one thing, when you do, can you play there, just there? Yeah, how do you get there? You can go from here too.
No.
Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, you have to change the position. So don't rush. Use the music maybe. You don't have to. You can also separate it. Practice like this. Stop until this is there. And musically you can also use it. And instead of, yeah, it has pulse. Da 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 ba da ba da ba. Like this. Instead of da 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 da. Yeah, then it's even better. Then you have more time. Da 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 da, like that.
Yeah.
Okay, do it. Yeah, because you're busy here. That's why. But then put more weight on light. So then you don't have to rush, you know? But if you put more weight on the last note, then you will rush. It doesn't help. No? One more time. Yeah. Yeah. And there also try to feel not the no. It's going dum bum da 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 ba bum bum bum. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, good. I think we have to go to the last variation. Not the third, but the last. Wait, where were we? Yeah, yeah. So this there. Yes. So there. So there is where you really need to focus on how your your bow, especially all this. I mean, you really need to focus on how your bow moves, otherwise it will not make a sound. Yeah, and I said timing between the notes, right? So that also. And they come. So on the time always, and especially when it's like so complicated, then it's always helpful to try to find any kind of time that you can earn. Yeah. So try one more time. Da-da-da, sorry. Yeah. Yes, I think some things were like in control, but now when you practice enough, then the last thing you have to always be careful is then put out the tension, because then we make like this, and it's not good for your body also. Yeah. So it will hurt you. So don't do it. And when you practice like that, and then you get the, of course, when one tries to control, first thing we do is like getting tension and control. But then yes, it's a process. So you can practice like that, but then in the end, you should not forget to get out the tension away, and still control. Yeah. So one thing, all this long notes, you hit it and you forget. But listen until the end. Also listen until the end. Also listen until the end. Yeah. So I hear you make the sound, and then it's already out of control. But make the sound until the end. Until the end, there should be a sound. Yeah. So just focus on that a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to play something more? I think we've got like 2 minutes. Or you have questions?
Yeah, for me it was a little bit difficult in this Gavotte to make it whole, like one piece, because it's like rondo, and it's difficult for me a little bit.
Yeah, but I think there's always this theme comes back, and that's a connection. So I think automatically, when I heard you now playing, it sounded like a whole piece to me. It didn't sound like, I actually, my opinion, then it's opposite, because I thought you could have a little bit more differences in the variation, so that it takes this character and little bit differences in the characters. So of course it's one piece, and it has connections, and it should have one connection, but I would a little bit more working on the characters that each variation takes. So, and because that's the fun part. And then in between, when the theme comes back, you can do in piano, you can do in forte, you can also play a little bit different, but that's a connection. So you don't have to even have to try to put things together. It's just coming back. So I think you can less worry about that, but have more fun to find all these little characters and what you want to feel a little bit different. Like you don't want to feel all the time same. So all these little articulations and the chords and the colors and the sound, and in the end how you want to, and that'll probably make you more enjoyable to play this piece, I think. Yeah. I hope it was somehow helpful. I got so excited.
Really, thank you.
Okay.
It's really fun.
Yes, I had fun too. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So good luck with everything. Hope to see you somewhere. In
Riga,
probably.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.